One of the strangest events that happens in nature is when a large group of animals die at once. While many times these group deaths can be attributed to a specific cause, there are a few mass die-offs where there is no clear culprit. The absolutely frightening aspect of these mass deaths is that the Earth's ecosystem is incredibly delicate. One of the strangest events that happens in nature is when a large group of animals die. 5. Sheep. Outside of Istanbul, Turkey, in July 2005, a group of sheep herders left a group of sheep grazing in a field and went for breakfast. When they returned to the herd, they found an incredibly bizarre scene. The sheep were committing suicide. One sheep had walked off a cliff and fell 50 feet to its death. Amazingly, the rest of the sheep followed the leader and walked over the same cliff. 1,500 sheep ended up jumping while the shepherds watched on, unable to do anything to stop it. In total, 400 died. The others were able to survive because the sheep that had already fallen made a cushion outside of Istanbul, Turkey. In July 2005, a group of sheep herders left a group of sheep grazing in a 4. Pilot whales. Pilot whales are similar to killer whales because they are both in the dolphin family, but pilot whales are slightly smaller and are almost all black or gray with a lighter spot on their stomach. They are found in both the northern and southern hemispheres in tropical parts of the ocean. Pilot whales also have an unusual tendency of beaching themselves en masse. For example, in early 2009, over 400 pilot whales died after they beached themselves in Tasmania. Another group beaching happened in February of 2015, when over 100 pilot whales died after swimming ashore in New Zealand. Those are some of the biggest mass beachings, but smaller groups of pilot whales. 4. Pilot whales. Pilot whales are similar to killer. 3. The Indian River Lagoon, Florida. The Indian River Lagoon is the most biologically diverse estuary in Florida, and the area encompasses about 40% of Florida's coast. It is also the home to one of the most mysterious mass animal deaths in American history. The first deaths were discovered in July of 2012, and it was 43 manatees. Over the next couple of months, more dead manatees were found in the area, bringing the total manatee deaths to 111. 3. The Indian River Lagoon, Florida. The Indian River Lagoon is the most biologically diverse estuary in Florida. Two. Chile's coastal life. Chile is a long, narrow country that encompasses the southwest coast of South America. In 2009, it was also the home of a number of mass animal deaths. The first one happened in March, when 1,200 penguins were found dead on a beach in the southern part of the country. A month later, millions of sardines washed up on the shore not far from the penguins. The smell got so bad that schools near the beach had to be closed and the army had to shovel the fish off the beach. Then, over the course of 3 months, Andean flamingos began abandoning their nests in the northern part of the country. Due to the abandonment, over 2,000 eggs didn't hatch. Then the final mass die-off was in May, when almost dead 60 pelicans were found on a beach in central. One. Worker bees. The most famous mass die-off of animals is the death of worker bees throughout the world. In the 1990s, beekeepers started documenting higher than average deaths of bees during the winter. In 2006, the deaths were given a new name, colony collapse disorder. By the time the syndrome started making headlines, beekeepers were losing 30 to 90% of their worker bees over the winter. This is a really troubling problem because of how important bees are to our ecosystem. 1. Worker bees. The most famous mass die-off of animals is the Welcome to the City of Freedom. If you liked the video, you can subscribe to it by clicking on the bell button next to send me notifications.